Hi, my name is Gerhard Gschwandtner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the great pleasure of meeting with Steve Gilder, who's the CEO of Ignite Selling. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you for having me.
So I read some research that 67% of all deals stall in a sales pipeline. Why is that?
You know, that's a great question that a lot of sales leaders are asking on a regular basis right now. And the real reason is the fact that sales representatives believe in hope. We as sales representatives, you and I both are reps, we are the ultimate optimists, aren't we?
It's true.
And we have a tendency to have happy ears. We want to hear what we want to hear. And we don't often challenge our assumptions. We fall into this trap of hearing something from the customer, we assume it to be true, and therefore we move on.
So what can we do about it?
You know, I think that the first thing we have to do is we have to change our perspective. And we have to, when we're looking at the sales pipeline or the sales process, we have to look at it from a different perspective. Typically, we're looking at it from a standpoint of 90,000 foot view. And that 90,000 foot view isn't nearly as useful as if we're walking in that sales pipeline. We have to get into that sales process and actually walk through each stage. And it's so critical for us because it's inside those stages where we begin to kind of challenge those assumptions of the sales reps to make sure that what they're saying is in stage one is in fact and should be in stage one or stage two or stage three.
So can you give me an example?
You know, I'd like to give you an example by asking you a couple of questions.
Okay.
You and I have been working with sales representatives for a long time. And if you were to ask a sales representative today, in the standard traditional pipeline management standpoint, can you tell me who the key influencers are involved in this decision-making process? Do you think a sales representative would answer it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, they will. You know, but if in fact we're going to build a sales process, something that is clearly defined by a set of critical milestones or strategic actions, we might want to ask a sales representative the question that sounds something more like this. Can you talk to me about what is your strategy to leverage the key advocates that you've identified to help us neutralize the adversaries? Now, if you think about that question, do you think most sales representatives will be able to answer that question?
I'm not sure.
Most of them, we find out, probably can't. And it's our job to challenge those assumptions. What are the strategies to neutralize your adversaries? Or what are the decision criteria that are most critical to some of those key advocates or adversaries that you're working with?
So you're saying you need to ask more differentiated questions and inside the pipeline.
That's exactly right. I mentioned earlier that it's about walking inside that pipeline. And we as sales leaders need to make sure that we challenge those assumptions, but the sales pipeline itself can be designed to challenge those common assumptions or, in fact, those happy ears that sales representatives often have.
So, Steve, what can we do to get better results?
You know, better results, more predictability is what sales leaders are looking for right now. If you look at the accuracy of sales forecasting today, it's often much less than 50% accuracy. So we have to begin thinking about how do we address that? And we help our clients today address this accuracy of sales forecasting, better movement through the pipeline by building a sales process that is well defined by a set of very critical milestones. Each stage of that sales process is defined by a set of strategic actions. Those strategic actions are designed to challenge the assumptions of that sales rep so that they are making sure that they are just not walking through that sales process with blind faith, with hope, with happy ears, but really more with validation along the way. In fact, we've been doing some research on this over the last 2.5 years. And some of the research results that we're showing right now is that when an organization has a well-defined sales process, they're able to actually increase revenue by 12%. Same pipeline, having an increased revenue of 12%. But here's the real kicker, is that they're moving opportunities through that pipeline at a rate of 27% faster. So if a sales rep has a quota of $1 million, they're actually bringing in $270,000 in revenue within the same time period.
That's amazing.
It's really been pretty impressive.
How can people learn more about you?
You know, we encourage you to check out our website. Go to www.igniteselling.com.
Do you have a white paper on that?
This research that I'm referring to today is captured in a white paper, and you can find it on our website.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for taking the time.